Hey there, Libra. Last but not least, how are you doing? Oh my gosh. All right. So, Libra, here we go. The moon this week. Oh, hey. Last but not least, at this channel, what I like to do is we work with the energy of the moon to see how it can best serve us and help us to really lift our life up and move forward in the most effective way possible this week. So if you are new to my channel, that's what we're doing here. If you are a returning viewer, subscriber, I am really sorry that I feel a little off today. And it's because the moon was in Libra yesterday. And that always leaves me feeling a little like hungover for the first part of when it's in Scorpio. And I don't really know what that's about. I just know it's true. So it's not that I don't, I'm not blaming you. It's just how it goes. Okay. So I'm a little off. But the messages today have been pretty good. So I'm excited about that. I've been feeling pretty clear and consistent. So we're going to start, as usual, with our everyday Enchantment Tarot card from Poppy Palin to find out what the universe wants to talk to you about this week, about what's going on with you. All right, Libra, let's go. You are not the only one who has gotten this card this week. I think Pisces got this card too. This looks tough energy. Oh my gosh. So, oh, sorry, it's really moving around there. Okay, Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. That is, you're feeling beat the crud out of, right? I mean, you're being stabbed in your back. People are coming at you. It could be thoughts that are doing this, but it's like you're at the end of a cycle, and you really are at the end of a cycle, because here we have the Death card. This is deep transformation. You are at the end. You know you're at the end. You are done. You are so done. This looks very painful, but here's the good news. On the other side of this is the new start, and we have the moon in air in Aquarius next Monday. And so if you can just hang on and get through this week, that new moon in Aquarius is a trine energy to you, and that will feel really, really good. And it'll be in your 5th house of fun and romance. And so you have that to look forward to. So right now, as you're going through this emotional turmoil, just know that this is just the end of the cycle, and things are going to get better. So let's help you get through this week. Let's see what we can do to get you through this week. Let's start off with this moon's in Scorpio right now. And so this is in your 2nd house of what you value, your self-esteem. And so I really want you to look around your life and see, what are you grateful for? What do you have? Who's in your life? How do you feel about things? What can you find to be grateful for? And write it down. You'll be surprised when you start writing it down how long that list can get. And the longer the list is, the better, because then you'll start to look at your life a little differently, and you'll get a different perspective, and you'll feel better about things. And the good news is that the more that you're grateful for, the more the universe recognizes that you recognize all the good, and they bring more into you. And you really look like you could use a world change in that kind of a cycle, right? And then there's the protection. The universe is here to protect you. Look how I feel like that's like the universe is protecting you as you're going through this change, this death and rebirth process. Like you're the egg, and the universe has their wings spread, and they're flying you to a new spot. And so I just really, really hope that, Libra, that you will take this as knowledge that Spirit's got you. Spirit's got you. It's painful. It doesn't feel like it, but we've got the comforting of the child here. And look, the transition, the person, the mom in the background who's transitioned on, she looks happy and she's smiling as she's moving on. And so be happy and be smiling that you're ending a cycle. It looks like a really tough cycle, but you're moving forward. And that is the part I really want you to focus on, okay? That is the best thing you can do. So in your 2nd house of what you value, your self-esteem, could be financial resources. Let's get you a little guidance here from Alana Fairchild. Now, Libra, I recommend always that you look at your sun, moon, and rising. The sun sign is the core of who you are and how you feel inside. The moon sign has to do with how you feel about what's going on around you, what the interactions from the world and how that's making you feel. And your rising sign has to do with how you interact with the world and how the world sees you. And so if you don't know what they are, there's a calculator in the description box below. You should check that out. And you should, okay, yep, all right. See, you are at the end of a really, really good cycle here, okay? I want you to really look at these cards. This one says here, power of attraction. So by releasing this cycle, by letting the cycle end, you have given an opportunity to bring in new love, new attraction. You got to make room. You got to prune out what's not working to allow in the new. And this one says beyond the mind, the heart beats. And so Libra, so often you focus, you want this emotional balance. It's really important to you. But you overthink it sometimes and you don't get into the heart space. And it's really important that you open your heart, okay? And not to fear, but to opportunity and to other people. And by sharing your heart with people, then they share with you and then it grows, right? It's like a feeding the thing. So it's the power of attraction. What you're putting out is what you're going to get back. So when you express the good emotions, when you open up, when you express what's in your heart, then other people will see it, and the people that are meant to be in your life will be attracted to that, and then they will express in their heart what's going on. And so it becomes a reciprocation, a reflection of what you put out there. And so often as we journey through this life, it is this reflection, this attraction that governs it. What we put out is usually what we get back. So if you put out the good stuff, you generally will get the good stuff back. Not always. Sometimes there's moments, but overall, when things are balanced, right? When they become that Libra balance, then you will find that it happens. But if you're in self-protect mode, then you're not going to bring in people who are open and sharing, which is what you really want. You want open and sharing. And so this is really create some resistance for you. You're going to have to push through this. You're going to have to be willing to open up. You're going to have to feel into your heart space. It's not all about thinking about what you want as far as a love relation, but what do you want to feel, right? It's about getting into the emotions of it, the feeling part. So on Tuesday, when the moon moves into Sagittarius at 9:33 in the morning, that's in your third house of communication. And so this is about being able to push through the resistance to actually communicate from your heart, not from your mind. See, it's pushing up through the earth, through the root chakra. It's not coming down from the sky and slamming into the ground where the mind would come down. This is like coming up from the core of you, from the very depths of you, pushing through. That's what you're going to have to communicate out to the world. That's what you do. And when you can do that, when you can surrender to what's really at the core of you in your heart and be willing to project that out into the universe, that's when you can start attracting in people. When you follow your heart and not your head. In matters of the heart, you should follow the heart, right? If you're talking about business and finance, okay, well, sometimes then that's appropriate to be following the head, but I generally like to follow the heart no matter what. Okay, joy and delight. So when you push through this resistance, when you surrender, that's how you bring in the joy and delight into your life. That's how you're going to get there, but you're going to have to open up and let it in. In order to attract, you're going to have to project, right? It's the power of attraction. It's beyond the mind, the heartbeats, right? Beyond the mind, the heartbeats. You're going to have to let them in. All right. Fourth house of home. That's where the moon's moving. Oh, God. That's where the moon is moving on Thursday night at 7:47 p.m. And it's the opportunity to release. Release the negative energy. Release this feeling like I can't get what I want. You've got to release that. If you can release that and turn that over to the universe, so then you can attract in. And when you start using the powerful affirmations of I am worthy, I am good enough, I'm loved, and I am lovable. I love, I am loved, and I am lovable. When you start saying things like that and say those every day, all the time, every time you think of it, when you surrender to the power of the law of attraction, that's when you get the peace. That's when you're going to bring in what you really, really want. The joy and the delight, the heart chakra, the heart center. You've got to release what's going on in your mind and start getting into your roots and your sense of self-worth and your heart space. On Sunday, well, I'll go ahead and get a card for that. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm just doing that. Oh my gosh, what do you need to release? It says track down your fears and your desires. Release the fears so you can allow the desires of what you really want to come in. And then it says move in a new direction, traveler. So again, stop trying to think your way through relationships and start allowing your heart to run your relationships and not your head. That's how you're going to find that balance that you so desire. Right? Every Libra I know, they just want to have that good, healthy, happy, home loving relationship. And they're trying to find the balance between work and home. But you also need to find the balance between your head and your heart, right? And then Sunday, wow, this computer's acting funky. Sorry about that. It moves into the void. The void of course moon happens at 12:21 a.m. on Sunday. And so I just want you to relax into it. I just want you to take a deep breath and slide into that void of course moon and rest. Rest Saturday night into Sunday. And then Sunday morning when you wake up, you're getting ready to head toward that new beginning with the new moon on Monday. And the moon at 8:13 in the morning on Sunday will be in Aquarius, but it doesn't become noon until it gets in conjunction with the sun. And so that is not until 4 p.m. on Monday. So this is a preparatory time. This is the part where you talk to yourself. This is the part where you sit down and you write out those affirmations and you get yourself ready to go. Polarity. Integrate your shadow side. There can be no light without dark. Oh, wow. Understand the law of polarity. Okay. Head and the heart, the polarity. The shadow and the dark. We are not perfect people. If we were perfect, we wouldn't be people, right? So it's when you can accept that you are not perfect, it makes it a lot easier for you to accept the imperfections in other people, right? Again, it's that self-reflection. It's that power of attraction. You're going to attract to yourself, what you're putting out there. So that's a lot. Wow. Okay. This is really kind of, okay, I'm feeling better about stressing so much over this energy because I'm seeing it in everybody else's stuff. This is some powerful stuff. And I think it's because we came off of those 2 eclipses. And so the energies are really out there and changes are happening and endings and transformations and new beginnings. And it's kind of like giving birth, labor pain, right? Really difficult. And so I really hope that you will take this time to birth yourself into a new you. Less judgmental of yourself so that you can be less judgmental of others. It's kind of how it goes. You have to starts with you, right? So let's see here. What do we have? Ooh, you have 2 cards. You have nurture yourself. It makes perfect sense. Love yourself. When you love yourself, then other people will find what's lovable about you and connect to spirit and nature. So get out there and spend a little time outside if you can, or, take a nice long soaking saltwater bath. Do whatever it takes to reconnect and nurture yourself and take it easy on yourself this week and think about what it is you really want and be willing to release the things that hurt you and understand that you aren't perfect. And that is okay because that's what makes you unique. That's what makes you not like everybody else. Our imperfections are our character, part of our character that makes us different and special. And it's great to be different and special. And so when you embrace all of who you are, when you embrace the shadow side of you, then when you love all of you, you attract people in that'll love all of you also. Really important. Okay. Wow. Heavy stuff. All right, Libra. Take a deep breath. I am going to do a new moon reading on Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have some questions and you don't know that you're going to make it here, go ahead and put them in the comments and I will pull 3 cards for you and answer them. And then you can view the video later and check out what the answers were. All right. Have a good week. Nurture yourself, love yourself, believe in yourself. If you can do that, then trust me, that's the kind of people you're going to attract into your life. So it's self-reflection. and we reflect ourselves out to the world. All right. Check out your sun, moon, rising. Give me a thumbs up if this resonated. Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. You take care and we'll talk soon.